Good afternoon. My name is Micah, this is Tim, and this is Chris. And we're the team that will deliver the Air Force's Insight solution. The problem we will solve is the gross potential of data that could be used to inform our increasingly digital lives. Our solution is Insight, a system that recognizes keywords in digital correspondence and automatically returns associated detail for accurate, relevant, and insightful communications. Has this ever happened to you?
Dear Tim, can you believe it's already been 6 months since you moved here from Michigan?
Ohio in 8 months.
How's Priscilla?
Cecilia.
Anyway, I just wanted to reach out and let you know that you are a valued member of our family.
Now, why did that terribly unfortunate exchange ever need to happen? It's not that Tim's detail isn't available. In fact, there exists 100 trillion gigabytes of data online, and it's doubling every 2 years. But just ask yourself, in your last 100 messages, how many times did you search the digital universe? The fact is, humans are the bottleneck in the information ecosystem. So why don't we search? Sometimes we don't have the time to search, sometimes we don't know where to search, but ultimately we go with what we think. Insight is a system that recognizes keywords in your reading or writing windows. It actively queries assigned data sources, and it proactively feeds the user with relevant information. Insight explodes data query. According to SEOtribunal.com, the average person conducts 3 to 4 Google searches per day. Since the start of this presentation, Insight would have recognized 53 terms and returned associated detail from its hundreds of existing sources. At the same time, Insight shrinks the human search effort. According to McKinsey's study, the average person spends 9 hours a week or 23% of their time searching for information. What would you do with 23% more capacity? As a former DoD CFO, we encountered this exact same scenario way too often responding to congressional budget meetings. We didn't put forth the time to gather authoritative information, and as a result, our budgets were cut. What if we could simply click to insert and save time with the most accurate and authoritative information? What if we had the benefit of a contracting officer or other subject matter expert looking over our shoulder to validate the accuracy of our references? Insight is your digital advisor. Against the Air Force 88 mission, Insight can help to instantly inform budget justifications for mission operators. Against the Air Force 25th mission, Insight can feed analysts with the most recent intelligence reports on emerging threats, while simultaneously ensuring ICD 203 tradecraft standards. Whether used by AFMC to recall ISBN product specifications, or used by a flight commander to flag potentially offensive terms, Insight has limitless potential. Insight is not the only information retrieval tool, but it differs in that it retrieves data from a variety of sources. It proactively feeds the user with information in both reading and writing windows without the need to search. And it allows users to quickly subscribe to or create their own custom data sources within minutes. My son, just a little bit ago, he's 9 years old, and he created a data library for his favorite Pokemon characters, but wasn't sure to include where they rank on his birthday list. We're uniquely positioned with the right credentials, experience, and perspective for success.
Our principal investigator, Micah, is an Air Force Academy and Air Force Institute of Technology graduate. He earned the Air Force Chief Scientist Award in Systems Engineering and is a former Naval Intelligence Officer. He was a DoD senior executive and is a Johns Hopkins University adjunct professor.
Our security manager, Chris, currently oversees cyber defense and information assurance over at DHS. He carries the credentials to get insight into secure DoD spaces.
Our architect and integrator, Tim, has integrated capability and data sets across numerous government spaces. He has optimized user application deployment, and he carries the necessary credentials to quickly integrate Insight with Air Force data sets. With 4 former DoD senior executives and numerous veterans with top secret clearances, we understand mission, and we've grown from 2 to 52 in just 2 years. Secure deployment we will accomplish in Phase 1 will allow us to deploy Insight in our current classified contracts with existing partners. Advanced analytics we will plan in Phase 1 and build in Phase 2 will allow us to build mission capability for future contract pursuits. Momentum we will achieve through both will allow us to expand user markets and platforms. Let us leave you with this quote from Colonel John Boyd and invite you to download and start using Insight today. Let Insight shrink the time for you to observe and orient while providing you with the best information to decide it matters. Thank you for your time. We're happy to take your questions.